Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video, get something up for you today. Got a lot of different topics I want to talk about, some things that have really helped me, but I wanted to throw this one out today and talk about why I chose the ketogenic diet to really help me. And I really even hate to say it that way. Ketogenic, there's all kinds of diets that are ketogenic. Ketogenic just means that you're burning your fat fuel sources as opposed to your glucose fuel sources. That's really just what it means. Your body is burning fat and making ketones to fuel itself instead of burning glucose. Or very simple way to put it. Just full disclosure, I've lost like 100 pounds, about 100 pounds. At my heaviest, I was probably about 440 pounds. About 2 years ago, I started my keto journey at the end of 2017 when I realized that my blood sugars were just insane. I'm full-blown diabetic and having some major problems. I did keto. I did it for about 6 months. I lost about 50 pounds or so. I felt a lot better. My blood sugars were doing better, and I had just closed my shop and had a coffee shop. Very stressful. One of the reasons I closed it, just way too many work hours and extremely stressful. And stress isn't good either. It raises your cortisol levels, and then you have a harder time losing weight. But I started off, high fat, moderate protein, lots of veggies. We were making this cabbage soup almost every day. That was a great meal. It tasted great. Not super strict keto, but I was getting, my veggies in, getting my potassium in, getting plenty of proteins and stuff. It definitely was better than my normal diet of, like potato soup or fast food type things. So, I lost 50 pounds, and then I kind of plateaued and started eating, kind of my normal way again. And went on about another 6 months. Didn't really lose any more weight, maybe just a little bit gradually. And then in May of 2018, I had started driving a semi-truck, and you got to pay your bills. I need a job, and it made good money. But I'm on the road all the time and eating junk food, and I started getting these sores on my legs, this vasculitis. And of course my blood sugars are high. I'm not eating stuff that I should eat, and these sores weren't healing. So I'm like freaking out. Diabetic sores. I got to do something. At that point, I had gone to the doctor. My A1C was 11. Even though I had been losing weight, my A1C was still high. My A1C was 11. My resting blood sugar was about 220. So I started doing some research and decided to get back in this ketogenic diet. And in the ketogenic state, I mean, the reason people become type 2 diabetic is basically it's extreme insulin resistance. Your body is just pumping out insulin all the time, and your cells can't utilize that insulin. It's just like they completely ignore that input, so you can't absorb the blood sugar into your system. So with this ketogenic diet, you're able to lower your insulin response to the foods that you take in. And initially, that's why you start losing weight. Insulin's a storage hormone. It causes you to gain weight, especially in your midsection. And when you're doing the keto diet, a keto-style diet, your insulin levels will begin to drop. You don't get the insulin spikes when you're not eating, refined sugars and refined carbohydrates. And even in my case, I cut out all carbohydrates and all sugars. And I began to feel a lot better. Of course, I lost some weight. I dropped another probably about 35, 40 pounds pretty quickly. Plateaued at about probably 360, 355-ish in that area. By this time I'm weighing. And felt great, felt fantastic. And the more research that I did, I began to learn more about what a great effect the ketogenic diet had on your body. When you're burning ketones, it's great for your brain. It's great for your muscles. Your heart loves ketones. prefers ketones as a fuel for many of the doctors that I've listened to. So, I'm feeling fantastic. I plateaued probably about September of 2019, and I pretty much stuck at about between 350 and 355 until Christmas of 2019. And at that point, I've started doing it and continue doing up to this point. This is middle of February 2020 with a 1 meal a day diet, which, like I said, the whole purpose of the ketogenic diet is to keep your insulin levels low so you don't have that storage hormone in your body, and then you begin to burn fuels instead of fats for fuel instead of glucose for fuel in your body. So with intermittent fasting, you basically the best way to stop an insulin spike is to not eat. I mean, you won't produce any insulin if you're not eating. I started this 1 meal a day thing about Christmas time, maybe a couple days after Christmas in 2019. And since then, I've lost another 10 to 12 pounds. I fluctuate now between about 340 and 345, somewhere in that area. And I've been that way for a couple weeks. I just kind of lost a couple pounds every week doing this. I really don't miss eating multiple times a day. Your body kind of gets used to it. There's some great information out there about hormones, food hormones, your ghrelin and leptin, that make you hungry or make you feel satisfied. Your body kind of gets used to it. Once you get in a rhythm of eating, within a restricted window, your body just kind of expects that it's going to eat then. You don't really get hungry the rest of the day, which is another great reason I love the ketogenic diet. It sets your body up to burn fats, and it's so much easier to fast then. A lot of the things that I've been learning and the research that I've been doing, I don't think we were meant to eat multiple times a day. I'm starting to do some research into bodybuilding, mainly just I feel like exercising now. I'll come back to that in just a second. But, I understand these bodybuilders, to get in the amount of protein that you need. And if you have a healthy insulin response, you got to have the insulin high to get all the nutrients into your cells. But for me, my body's sick. It's broken. I'm fixing it. I'm insulin resistant. I'm much better than I was, but we're fixing it. I chose a ketogenic diet because I needed to get my insulin levels down. It looked like a great option for me with foods that I like to eat. I used to love eating pasta and potatoes and bread and things like that. My tastes have changed a lot since then. I really enjoy a lot of cruciferous vegetables now: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. We've been making, my wife and I, fantastic slaw at home, keto slaw. We base it off a KFC recipe. Maybe I can share it with you sometime if you'd like to see my keto slaw recipe. It's fantastic. I love eating it. Maybe I could share that with you. If you'd like to see it, make a comment down there in the comment section. Maybe I can share it with you guys and we do a whole video on it. Maybe that's a good topic. But I highly recommend the ketogenic diet, especially if you're doing, clean keto with lots of vegetables and good quality sources of protein. It really has worked for me. Like I said, I've lost 100 pounds with little to no exercise. I'm beginning to exercise now, but the 100 pounds that I lost was little to no exercise. I'd say sticking with keto, but it really wasn't sticking with it. You get, your body adapts to it, and then you look forward to eating, the ketogenic style foods. Anyway, I'll link some videos in the description for, some basic keto guidelines. I love listening to Dr. Berg, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. As far as intermittent fasting, Dr. Jason Fung, I can link some videos in the description for that. Like I said, the ketogenic diet, one of the main reasons we gain weight is high insulin levels because of the refined sugars and refined carbs that we eat in a standard American diet. And this can, clear out those and your body can begin to heal from high insulin resistance and increase your insulin sensitivity. So if you like this video, some information, I want to share more with you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button down there, and I'll share some more videos with you and some more info coming up. Thanks, guys.